NCAA basketball totals for Wednesday, November 23rd. We got 4 games on the card today. Don't forget to check out SBR. Check out the website with all the sportsbook reviews, our list of sportsbooks to avoid, some really good sign-up bonuses, especially with a lot of big college football games coming up. So be sure to check that out. Today we got some very interesting matchups, I think, in college basketball. Some teams traveling, got some tournaments going on. We got 4 games again on our totals card. Let's just jump right in. Here we go. First game up we got is Michigan and South Carolina. Oddsmakers have it at 139. I'm going under the total. Bayline has a really good offense, and they're always really efficient. But my favorite coach in college basketball is Frank Martin. I love that guy at South Carolina. He used to be at Kansas State. He's done a great job with that, with the South Carolina team before he got there was just the dredge, and he's tremendous. He's an excellent basketball coach. If he can recruit just a little bit better, they would make a run, a serious run at the tournament. But anyways, what I like today is the tempo, and I like the pace for these two to stay under. They can both score. Now this game is out South Carolina, so I expect them to step up defensively. Right now, you got Michigan averaging 77 points per game. You got South Carolina averaging 82 points a game. That's a lot. But look at them defensively. South Carolina, they're allowing just 61 points per game, and Michigan's allowing just under 60 points a game. So defensively, they're getting it done, and then the percentages, same thing. South Carolina, what's going to be really key for them is to defend the perimeter against a Michigan team that can shoot the three. And right now, they're allowing just 28% from distance, very good, and they're allowing just 35.5% overall. Very good defense from South Carolina. Now, granted, they haven't played anybody. They played Monmouth, who's okay. 70-69 final on that one. But I like for them to Louisiana Tech, they're okay too. That was kind of a faster paced game. They're okay. They're not Michigan. Neither of those teams are Michigan. Michigan's pretty good this year. But I like for them to go ahead and control the pace as well. We got South Carolina. So far in the season, they've allowed opponents to average just 19.2 field goals made per game. That ranks 11th in the country. Now Michigan, they don't go really fast. They're averaging just 54 attempts per game, and South Carolina, they're averaging 59. That's not a lot. As well, we got Michigan. They're defending quite solidly, allowing just 41.2% from the field. So I think we're going to see a defensive battle on this one, and I like for it to stay under the total with South Carolina and Michigan. Next one up, really slow affair in this one. We got College of Charleston taking on Villanova. It's 126. That's really low. There's a reason for that, and I'm going to go under that total. You got, I believe, the head coach at College of Charleston. I think it's Earl Grant, I believe is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but they go really slow. Now, they've improved since last year, but they go at a snail's pace. They play great defense, and they're going to have to. They're playing at Villanova. That's no easy task. But right now we got College of Charleston. I'm just going to say COC. COC is averaging 62.6 points per game. And, I mean, their assists, they're averaging 7.8 assists per game. They just do not move the ball. They really grind things out. They don't shoot the ball particularly well, averaging just 37% from the floor. Now, Villanova, they're averaging 81.2 points per game, and they've played pretty good competition so far. But then look at them more defensively. Villanova is allowing just 64.6 points per game. COC is allowing 63.4 points per game. Now, defensively, that actually, if those averages played out, that would get us over the total. But just the tempo and how slow this is going to go, I think we're going to stay under. Villanova is a very good shooting team. We know that. They're shooting over 49%. COC is allowing opponents to shoot about 41%. But then let's talk about the tempo. You got Villanova, they're averaging 57 attempts per game. That's not a lot. And then you got COC averaging just over 50. That's one of the slowest in college basketball. And I think at the end here, the way for COC is going to approach this game to go as slow as possible to try and hang in with a team that they're really overmatched against. So that's why the odds makers have this so low, and I'm going to stay under that 126. I think it's going to be a really low scoring affair. All right, we got 2 more up. We got Louisville and Old Dominion, another low total here. This is in the Bahamas. It's at 126.5. I'm actually going to go over the total on this one, though, even though Louisville plays tremendous defense, and so does Old Dominion. And defensively, if their statistics match up, you got Louisville allowing just 53.7 points per game, and Old Dominion allowing 58 points per game. That gets us under the total. But what I think is going to happen is this is Louisville. It's on a neutral floor. They're going to control the tempo, and they've been going at a really quick pace. And they'll press. They'll get that tempo going. They're averaging 70.3 attempts per game. They're like 6th in the country. This is a really good squad that Pitino has over there. They're averaging 85.7 points per game. Louisville. I already mentioned how much they allowed, which is not much. But you got Old Dominion. They got some starters back, and they're averaging 63 points per game. They go pretty slow, averaging just about 54 attempts per game. But, you know, when you look at, I mean, Louisville, I think they're going to control the tempo. They're allowing almost 60 attempts per game. So I think at the end here, what we're going to see, shooting wise, Louisville shooting 46% from the floor, Old Dominion shooting just over 40%. Not great, but they are shooting, well, I'll just say 38%, 37.9, 38% from distance. So that could help us get over that total. I think it's going to go pretty quick. With it being on a neutral floor tournament, I look for them to get up and down a little bit. So I'm going to go over the 126.5, even though there'll be some good defense. I think the tempo is going to get us there, but the shooting percentages probably won't be that great. All right, and so that's over the total. Louisville, Old Dominion over 126, and last over 126.5. Last one up, we got Oakland versus Nevada. And I'm going to go over here. We got 159.5, and that's a lot of points, but I like what Musselman's done so far with Nevada. They're getting up and down. Look at the numbers on these teams. First, let's talk about Oakland. We know they get up and down the floor. They're averaging 87.3 points per game, and we're going to get that from the Grizzlies. They just go, go, go. That ranks 23rd in the country. Nevada, not shabby, 79 points per game. They are getting up and down. And if you look at Nevada, their last 3 games, they've scored last 2 games particularly, they've scored 83 and 91. And now, I was going to say Memphis because it's the Grizzlies. Oakland, they get up and down the floor. So I think they're going to be able to push that tempo. You got Oakland, they're averaging 64 attempts per game. Nevada, they'll run. They're allowing 63 attempts per, oh no, just over 62 attempts per game, excuse me. And then you got Nevada, they're not getting up a lot of attempts at just over 53, but Oakland, they allow 67. So I think we're going to get up and down. Shooting wise, they can both shoot. These teams can shoot. You got Oakland shooting almost 46% from the floor, and Nevada, they're shooting 50% from the floor. So if this gets up and down, now this is in Alaska, so it's on a neutral floor. The travel might get to them. I think the tempo is going to be there. Will the shots drop? I don't know. That's a lot of points, but I think they're going to get there. It'll be a late game. Should be a lot of fun for them to go ahead and just run up and down the floor. And I think we're going to get over that 159.5. All right, let's go ahead. Let's break this down one more time. We got Michigan, South Carolina under the 139, College of Charleston and Villanova under the 126 in a really slow game, I think. Louisville, Old Dominion over the 126.5. 2 good defenses, but I think we get there. And finally, Oakland, Nevada over the 159.5 in what I think is going to be a track meet. Those are our NCAA total picks, my NCAA total picks for the day. I wish you luck on your plays today. Be sure to check out SBR for all the sports books and numbers and all the information. Best of luck.